Wow, Europa League. We just got started. We just got started with the Europa League, guys, and it's pretty exciting. However, the teams that we actually expect to actually go all the way are really not showing much of premise. They're not showing much of conviction, right? But let's get started. Let's go straight to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Where look, that particular game, you look at the game, you look at the result, it's like it looked much harder than it actually looked, right? However, yes, Tottenham Hotspurs were able to get off to a great start in the UEFA Europa League, despite going, 10 men early on. And generally it is a bad football strategy, to actually go down 10 men within the first 10 minutes of a game. But look, give credit to Anger Postecoglou's man. Give credit to them because they're just built different. And they ran out 3-0 winners with 10 men over Qarabag. Anyway, it was actually like their first Europa League match, right? Last season, Tottenham didn't even feature in any European competition, due to the fact they were just not good enough the season, prior to last season. However, there are any hopes, that Spurs fans had for a normal, convincing performance. They were actually dashed in the 7th minute by Radu, Dragusin, who picked up a well-deserved straight red card before either team had to settle in. Dragusin, appeared to actually think he had plenty of space to let a pass from Mickey van der Ben run past him. But much to his surprise, a wild Juninho appeared, the Brazilian. And with the Qarabag attacker bearing down on goal, Dragusin panicked and he made a clumsy challenge as the last defender. I guess it was necessary to the point where it was unnecessary, because first of all, he shouldn't have let his guard down. First of all, he should have concentrated. He was supposed to be alert that, look, there might be an attacker coming behind me, right? Or there might be an attacker lurking behind me, right? So I must be alert. Let me not let the pass run through me, right? Let me be alert. Let me just stick to the plan. Let me keep the ball at my feet and not give the opposition any, real chance of actually putting the ball in the back of the net. But that's what he did. He almost did, and he actually paid the price for that, right? However, for his sake, he should actually count his blessings. He should actually be lucky that it didn't turn out to cost the team. You know what I'm saying? Because look, from that particular moment in time, the referee had no choice but to send him off for the denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity, and that's how it is. Denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity means a straight red card. And Tottenham played a few minutes with a makeshift back three, but Big Anger eventually opted to substitute Lucas Bergvall for who? Destiny Udogie in the 12th minute, mere seconds later, and Spurs went ahead. I was actually surprised, man, that actually Spurs were able to still keep their shape, still stick to the game plan, and actually still run out as the dominant team with 10 men, with the one-man short. I mean, it was just some great passing, great interchanging play from Pape Matasai, and then also we saw Dominic Solanke actually force Qarabag turnover 25 yards from goal, and Solanke played Bremen Johnson into the box in the right channel, and then Johnson slotted a first-time finish into the bottom corner from 12 yards to give Spurs the early lead. And both teams actually from that particular moment in time, they just had half chances over the next 30 minutes. But Qarabag missed an enormous one just before halftime. Johnson and Archie Gray failed to actually track, Elvin, who got a free for a cross down the left flank. And then he actually squared it perfectly for Juninho. But the Brazilian, Juninho, he should have actually done better from 6 yards. He should have done better. I just don't understand how the Brazilian how he missed that opportunity, because he was just 6 yards. He should have just put it in the back of the net, simple. But that was a great chance for the away side. Gone pegging. They could have gone into the halftime break level pegging. But, hey man, I guess in football, when you don't take your chances, you will definitely be punished. And then second half, look at the second 45 minutes. Spurs were still dominant. Dejan Kulusevski replaced Johnson at halftime, right? And he quickly made a positive impact, with a quality set-piece delivery. Wow. That corner that he took in the 52nd minute, it actually deflected towards the back post, with Ben Davies actually providing some very useful goalkeeper disruption. And Sal fired home from close range. to actually put up Spurs 2-0 up. And just 2 minutes later, Yves Bissouma gave away a penalty. I mean, that was also so unnecessary as well. You know, after he did bring down, he kicked, Jafar Kuliev in the box. And Jonino's miserable day just continued from that point. He skied his penalty, several yards over the crossbar. I mean, yeah, the Brazilian was just not having a great day. And that felt like the moment Qarabag lost their belief, that they had actually been able to claw back a point. And Spurs were generally the better side from then on. Through, Gigi Vicario, he did actually make a couple of saves here and there. And then Solanke, he sealed the result in the 68th minute, tapping in the rebound that was actually reminiscent to his goal against Brentford over the weekend. Davis also, again, he started the move with a good long ball behind the defense that Sarr ran onto before passing to Kulusevski. He found Son, who actually ripped a shot from the edge of the box that the Qarabag goalkeeper, Kuchalaski, was unable to handle. And then Solanke was perfectly, positioned to actually clean up, and he actually scored from the rebounded effort. And then Son also took a knock on the play and was immediately substituted for Timo Werner. Hopefully he will be back in time because Tottenham really do need him. And the sub also, what can I say? The sub looked very precautionary, but Tottenham will be sweating Son's status for Manchester United's match day this coming weekend. And in the 85th minute, Mickey Moore got to make his European competition debut replacing Solanke. So it has been a week of debuts. We saw even the Arsenal goalkeeper, Porter making his debut at the age of 16 years old, becoming the youngest ever player to actually make a debut for the Gunners, beating Cesc Fabregas' record, the club icon. And yeah, so you look at Tottenham, hopefully this will be a major confidence booster going into the big game against Manchester United, because Manchester United, things just seem to be it seems to be just going like this. There's no upward trajectory for Manchester United. It's just pretty mid. And then they keep going like this. And then they come up. And then mid again, downwards. Vice versa. Pretty much often. Because they drew their game against, FC Twente, the Dutch side, at home. So, which was pretty much of a surprise. Or maybe not much of a surprise. But, you know what? I guess we'll see how Manchester United actually pan out, because I'll be talking about their match day against FC Twente after this one.